You have enjoyed painting in every kind of way.
In every kind, and with everything, not only with a brush, but I use it what I could use. Sometimes I put my hand on the painting, fresh painting, to have a look what will happen. And or I took a knife, even I scratched something, a fork, make a line, everything. I tried out. Sometimes it was bad, and I threw it out. Sometimes marvelous, a new idea, and so on.
When you look back at your paintings, do you dislike the ones you've done? Are you satisfied with your work when you look at it again?
Oh, very often I don't like it at all. Especially, you have to look sometimes on a painting, not in 2 weeks, 2 months, in a year even. It happens to me that I didn't like one, and then suddenly, after 1 year, I looked, I say, oh, there is a new technique in this coin. I will use only this technique. Technically it's interesting, not the same, the whole thing. And sometimes I want even to throw it out. But you have to live in it, This is a special life, when you think day and night about everything, what you want to do, why you have to do it, and how to obtain what you have almost, you saw it in your dreams, how to obtain the same effect. This is interesting.
You mentioned to me that you found poverty when you were extremely poor at one part of your life as being helpful to your imagination.
Oh, yes, I think it was during the Russian Revolution. I was only 4 years in it before I came finally to Paris. And it was very hard sometimes. Really, we starved, We had nothing to eat or to find even, or 1 egg for 4 people to make something out. And then I didn't cook at all before. I didn't know. And there I started to have imagination in cooking, first of all. Then also how to get some money, with what? With making an embroidery or the special painting. I started only a little bit to paint that. And the poverty is sometimes very good. It's better for the health even. You don't eat too much.
You don't overeat, yes. Can I go back right to the beginning of your life? Because you're 90.
Yes.
Your childhood, where were you born?
In St. Petersburg. And then I was brought to the estate we had just, it was between Moscow and St. Petersburg, in the middle. I was brought there, and I stayed there very long time, till my mother decided that I should go to a good school. We had governesses. You cannot have all the education only by governesses. You have to go to a school, and so we moved to Moscow.
But while you were living in the country, did you love that part of your life?
Oh, yes, tremendously. Surrounded by horses, by cows, by chicken. That was very interesting, because my father said, this horse belongs to you now. Take care of it. It was very interesting what I have to do, and so on.
Your mother was born on Christmas Day, and
Also,
you
yes.
were born on another
Also.
Christmas Day.
Yes.
Lovely Christmas presents for someone. And you were very close to your mother, were you not? You were very close friends with your mother.
No, I must say, I was surrounded by love. And I loved everything, I loved my parents. They were always very nice to me. And I loved all the animals and everything,
What was your favorite animal when you were a child?
I liked horses, but I used also to like lamps, you know, the, for Christmas I received a little lamp.
What, a live lamb?
Yes. And I said I had to take care of it, to give milk, warm it myself, and bring it to the stables and so on. This I did. I like it also, and a lot of things. The cows, I like it. Some cousins came once for vacation in summer. They were so afraid of cows that I despised them.
Were you an only child?
Only one.
One.
Yes.
Was that not lonely for you?
Oh,
you
no. I was busy all the time.
Mm. Your father was a very wealthy man, a landowner.
Yes, but later we had to leave and live for. That was for me, for my education in Moscow, and we had the factories around Moscow. Was taken by the Bolsheviks in one day. Somebody asked me how much they paid for it. I said, paid for it. They took it.
Good. Yeah.
So we lost everything.
Were you involved in the violence of that revolution that we saw at the beginning, Madame Stravinsky?
In the beginning, a little bit, yes. I mean, in St. Petersburg, it was very, very bad because the soldiers came just from the front without permission even. Were drunk, and a lot of killing happened, and so on and so on. That was very once even it was a very 2 days very, very quiet, calm, and so on, and we went out to buy something, food, of course, because a lot of things were closed already, and suddenly we walked there in the streets. Suddenly from the roofs there was police with machine guns, and you know, on the crowd. We had to lie down first of all, and we had to go to another street, a smaller street behind the house. I don't know. At any case, I remember it was in March. We had snow still there, and I was afterwards had a sore throat and was sick. And then we decided to move.
This was your family?
I was, yes, my mother still was in Moscow.
You seem to be a person with an extraordinary number of talents, because you became an actress.
I went to the movies very often to look at things, and with a boyfriend, and he told me all the time, why you are not in the movies? You should be in the movies. I said, yes, I would like, but how to do it? And there was a doorman in one of the cinemas, and he asked him, do you know a name or so in the movies who are very famous, a director or something like this? And he said, I hear very often the name of Timan. I don't know what he is. He's the director, somebody very important. So we looked in the telephone book, found the address of so, and one day I went there. And he said, can I help you? I said, I would like to be in the movies. He said, you're an actress? I said, no, I'm not an actress. But what can you propose? What I said, because in the Russian act, we're not sporty, but I could horse ride, play tennis, and swimming, and so on and so on. So I said, I had good dresses also. My mother brought a lot of things, always from Paris. And give me your address, your telephone. This is all I will propose to the director. And I went home. 3 days later, I was asked already to come. They tried out how I look and so on.
Because you were very beautiful. And you are very beautiful, but you were very beautiful then too.
When I came to Paris,
Yes.
I did a lot of designing for ballet especially, and also for the opera, and that was interesting.
You worked a lot with Diaghilev, yes?
Also with Diaghilev, yes.
Did you get on with him? Was he a very temperamental man?
I knew him very well before already.
To the next part of your life, which presumably was a most amazingly important part of your life, and that was Igor Stravinsky, the composer. You married him.
Yes.
You said that as he calmed down and he didn't have so many outbursts of temper, that you got quite sad about that. You quite enjoyed somebody having a tantrum, did you?
This I don't know how to answer even.
Yeah. Was he interested in your painting? Was he helpful about your creative work?
Oh yes, he was marvelous. Marvelous because he had himself a talent to paint. And I know when he was very, very young, so the productions of little things, very good and so on. And later he made drawings very often of people, you know, marvelous, really. I told him once he should have a show, but it was not enough. Picasso, for instance, he made with one line, and you saw with his black eyes, and you immediately saw this is Picasso, and other people also. He did it very well, and he was really very helpful with my painting. I showed him always, and he started to look very seriously even about it, and said, you know, here is, I think, it's a little bit too much red. It disturbs something. Try out again to do it without this red. Or he said, this half is marvelous and this is not corresponding to it. You know, this kind of things are very, really very helpful.